My boy.
What up, Afro Thunder?
What up, big dog?
Hey, what do you do, boy?
Shit, brother. Excited, bro. I'm really excited to talk about this last card and then what we got coming up, man. A lot of good MMA news this week too. So should be a
It's
really
been
good show.
nonstop, man. Yeah, man, it's been nonstop with the news lately, so I'm here for it.
I know sometimes you feel like, we do this so often, you feel like you get into this repetition of doing it every single week that it's almost like you want to find something new and exciting. But when you get weeks where like you get like 10, 20 different new things that have came out, new fights, new card, a hell of a card last week, so much stuff to talk about. I love episodes like this, bro.
Absolutely, man. Sometimes we get so much news that we miss some huge headliners. We think we already said it because it's so big.
I know, like I really feel like did we even go over this card last week? I feel like we did, but at the same time, I feel like we were so stuck on talking about Sean O'Malley, I forgot.
We did a little bit. That we definitely did. I mean, we may have predicted a little something. We didn't predict the final outcome, and I didn't. We should have talked about it more, but I mean, we're here now.
Yeah, true. Well, we're gonna get into it. Nasty episode 33 over the Octagon podcast, baby. We keep on grinding, son. Welcome everyone in. We had a really, really, really good, really emotional fight card last week, man. And I want to just go ahead and get this out of the way by saying that may have been the greatest walk off for a fighter retiring in UFC history that we saw with the Korean Zombie in Singapore.
I am trying to think of a better one, and I definitely can't, dude. Like, there's nothing like you made so much grown men cry.
I've never seen any.
That was insane.
I had chill bumps, dude, and we're talking not chill bumps at 1 a.m. We're talking like 11 a.m. chill bumps watching this guy. And I think it meant a little bit more to me because the first ever UFC event that I got to see live, I had the opportunity to get to see that in person. Him walk out, the zombie crowd, like this, everybody in the crowd going zombie, zombie. Like I got to feel that electricity in the arena when he fought Volk. So now that I got to see him go out like he did, zombie, only go out with a headshot. He went out on his fucking sword, bro. And the crowd did not disappoint. Shout out to the Singapore crowd. You guys made that guy's life by sending him off like that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get sent off like that, for real.
It hasn't been done like that. It hasn't even gone close to getting done like that, man. It was perfect. The walkout right when we started exiting the cage. I was like, did you plan that? It was zombie immediately. I was like, oh shit, dude. He looked at everyone, dude. There were so much people from Singapore with their shirts off flexing. Like they were hype over there, man.
And you just
I'm getting chills again.
I am too, bro. Just and you
Yeah,
think you look back on his career, man. Like think about a young Korean zombie, like an up and coming Korean zombie. He literally was for a long time, he was like that top 10 fighter in that division who kind of just stuck around and fought everyone in the top 10, almost like a Neil Magny was in his division. But the Korean zombie in that division, he kind of stuck around for a while, and he's fought everybody. And the last person that I don't think he fought was Max Holloway, which was the reason why he wanted to go out against Max Holloway like he did. And respectively, Max Holloway is the second best in that division ever. So,
agree. And I mean, if people don't know his career, he started off in Singapore, became a champion over there. Then he fought in the WC twice.
Yep.
Lost both times. And then the UFC bought the WC. And then he went on Zombie's first killing spree, dude.
Yep.
First ever twister choke ever done.
And there's only been, three of them?
Three. And then second fight, he gets tied for the fastest knockout ever. So he immediately gets there. One fight later, wins again. Then he gets a title shot right coming in the UFC. He's fought for the title twice.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah, but he came in. When he came in, dude, there was so much hype behind him, dude. That he fought 4 times, instantly gets a title shot against, a fucking monster in himself. So it's like, dude, the guy was a legend. And I wouldn't even compare him to Neil. I would say he was like a top 7er.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, no, and like I said, when he got the chance to fight against Volk for the title, Volk beat the shit out of him, but respectively. Volk beat the shit out of everybody. So it's not, you got to take that loss with a grain of salt and look back on his career, like you said, first to do this, first to do that, the people that he has beaten that division, and then to be the only couple of people that he lost to, one being Holloway and one being Volk. Outside of those guys, he's got a 17-8 record, and he's been fighting for well over 10 years.
Exactly, man. Like before he got the title shot against Jose Aldo, his first ever title shot, which he lasted four rounds with him. You guys, people don't remember that he fucking darsed Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Submission of the night. The guy has gotten 7 performance of the nights, dude.
I know.
7. Knocked out Frankie Edgar first round. Like, come on, dude. Like, he has fought everyone. He's lost to people that he's lost to, like Yair Rodriguez, knocked out. I mean, come on, dude. It's him. Jose Aldo, Volk, Brian Ortega, which I think that, I didn't like that one, but it was a boring fight.
He's lost to people who were formerly number one contenders or champions.
Exactly. So I would never put him as Neil Magny. I put him like top 6er, man. And the dude was one of the most electrifying fighters ever, dude.
Yeah, I guess comparing him to Neil Magny after the embarrassment he just had was probably a bad take. I take that completely back. I would never. Actually, I take that back. You're right. Maybe let's see who could he compare to though in his division, as far as someone else out there in the world. Maybe like a Dustin Poirier, almost essentially, except for Dustin Poirier did hold the belt.
Yeah, I would say like a Dustin Poirier. Going back in the day, man, I would see like God. I have Diego Sanchez almost, man. Like that guy that almost had it. The guy that almost had it but never did. There's no one on his level, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Nate Diaz is probably the guy who never won a belt, but has fought everybody who has won the belt.
Yeah,
essentially.
That's for sure.
But yeah, and one thing I want to point out too, this is how you know he is who he is. They don't even put his last name on the thing when he's fighting. It just says Zombie. Like, who else do you know that has their fighting nickname as just posterized everywhere?
Godly. That third round, dude, he knew exactly. He's like, man, I have to go out like this. I have to.
And he caught Max a couple times. Could you imagine if he caught Max? And Max even said it in the post-fight presses. He was like, he was ready to go out with a bang. Like, he was ready to go out like a zombie could. And if I missed one punch and he landed one on me, he was going to catch me. It was kill or be killed at that point. It was whoever caught who first.
Yeah, man. He was like, I'm glad my over-end right hit before his did.
Before his did, exactly. Because, dude, he caught Max a couple of times. But he just got overexcited. He got over but I love it, man. I love exactly what he did. He just went out there and said, you know what? Fuck it. This is my last night. I'm going to show everybody that if I can knock this motherfucker out, I'm the greatest of all time. If I can't, I'm going out like my name, like I should.
Yeah, man. He did the right thing. If he did knock him out, does he get a title shot again? I don't know.
Hell no.
But there's no way. There's no coming back from that. Coming back from that,
but
dude.
Speaking of that, I do want to say, speaking of that, what is next for Max Holloway, do you think? Because I'm looking at everything, and Max is the number one contender. He's lost to Volk 3 times. I don't think he gets a 4th shot.
I know it's next for him, dude. He's gonna sign to One Fighting.
Nah, but
he's got to, man.
I think could potentially happen, and I'm going to go ahead and predict this. What I think I would like to see is, let's let Aljamain Sterling step up a weight class, and his first fight is against Max Holloway. Winner of that fights the winner of Volk Ilia Topuria.
Hold on. Say this again. So you got Sterling jumping up to featherweight and fighting who?
Sterling stepping up a weight class like he said he was going to do. His very first fight in the featherweight division against Max Holloway.
That's a good fight.
Throw him right into the water. Let us see if he can swim. He was the champ in the feather in that division for a few years, like what, 2 years. He was the bantamweight champ. Let it throw him, give him a chance, the number one contender shot, just like you did Alex Pieta. Throw him right in there against a top 3 guy. Throw him right in there against Max Holloway, because Yair just lost to Volk, so you can't give him Yair because you got to give Max Holloway a shot. He's the number one contender. So maybe Aljamain and Max just fought a week apart, so that's the perfect time to set up that next fight. Give them both the allowed time to recover and rest. Then you put them against each other. Let them fight. Number one contender fight. And then you get Ilya Taporia, Alex Volk against each other. And then the winner of that faces the winner of Max and Aljamain.
Do you think Max Holloway can fight flyweight?
Can fight flyweight? Lightweight?
No, do you think, bantamweight. Do you think Max Holloway can get to bantam?
I don't think he goes down. No.
You don't think he can make the cut?
I wouldn't if I was him. That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Especially at his point in his career, he's gonna have to cut 10 pounds.
I mean, dude, I just see him getting fucked if he stays there, man. Like, either way, he's gonna have to enter the Volk, and you have like Ilya Taporia, and the rising guns over there are just fucking doing it. So it's
but Max has proven everyone wrong, dude. He beat Arnold Allen. Beating Arnold Allen was great. Volk, he's beat Yair. So, like, what do you do now? He's going to have to if he wins one more, he's going to have to get another title shot. It's inevitable. But but see, I don't know if you give Aljamain such luxury and give him a number one contender shot, because fuck him. I don't know if you give him that jump and give him right into the number one contender spot. Maybe if he wants to step up, you have to give him someone like Yair Rodriguez. Or Josh Emmett or Arnold Allen. One of those 3. But I'd give him Yair. But I see Aljamain beating Josh Emmett easily. I think he out-wrestles Josh Emmett, and then I definitely see him beat. But see, dude, if Sean O'Malley can knock Aljamain Sterling out with a overhand right, imagine what fucking Yair would do if he caught him with a damn kick or one of them wild punches. There's no way Aljamain beats Volkanovski.
No, and I really don't see Aljamain leaving, though. I mean, dude, he dominates everyone in that weight class besides Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, but with that whole thing of with him and Merab being butt buddies and not wanting to fight each other because I don't know why, because they're fucking soft. But
because they fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me at all about that. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, seeing Merab go ahead and fight with him, I mean, not him, Sean O'Malley, I mean, it's kind of, I guess, what should happen.
But you heard what Dana said. Dana said today when they asked him about Merab, and Dana was basically said, like, I don't give a fuck what he has to say. And he basically sounded like he was ready to tell Merab to F off and go somewhere else. If you don't want to fight my way, you can go fuck off.
I love that.
So if there's one thing about Dana White, dude, you don't run his business. He's going to run it and how he's going to do it. And I like that, though. But imagine this. What if Merab fights Sean O'Malley, and what if Merab loses? Then what? Then what do you do?
Then Merab needs to go ahead and dip. Merab needs to dip.
I would, if I was Dana White, I would just say, you know what? Screw it. Aljamain versus Merab, number one contender fight. Now what?
Yeah, I would just go ahead, bro. Let him fucking fight.
Now what?
Yeah.
Now what, son? You wanna try to control my business? Well, guess what? Now you got to fight your best friend, and not only do you have to fight him, you're not fighting for a title.
Ooh, yeah, God, number one contender. Let's go.
That would be rough. They would probably go out there and play patty cake or some shit.
Ew, dude, if that happened and they did that, I think they should both be kicked out of the UFC if that happens.
They should get kicked out.
I see those dumbasses doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I know we just went on a little tangent and got a little sidetracked, so we can stay on this card. But the Max Holloway Korean Zombie was the picture perfect moment. What a way to send off the Korean Zombie. Definitely one of my favorite moments I've ever seen in the UFC by far. So.
Same, man. It was incredible. The card besides that, I mean, we could start with the Aaron Blanchfield fight if we want, dude. I'm riding her train a lot, but I was not that impressed.
Well, yeah, no, and I don't think anybody was. I think she kind of got exposed. I think she had her weaknesses exposed, and it was either she got exposed and the world finally saw it, or we just didn't give Talia Santos enough credit going into the fight. One of the two.
Yeah, Talia Santos is super, super ripped, super strong. I mean, but dude, those desperate takedowns were hard to watch.
Oh, dude, she tried to take her down 0 of 14 times.
Was that what it was? Jesus Christ, dude. I was sitting here like, what? I watched that like.
Yeah, but if you look at it, though, that won her the fight, ultimately.
I mean, yeah, she got a couple more. It was a striking match, dude, and it just wasn't the best, man. She only got like 10% more striking.
Yeah,
61 to 55 total strikes.
She definitely did not look like a world champion.
No, she did not, man. And maybe Santos is just that legit, but I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to even say it, I think this is going to happen though. So if Mario Fiort has a really good performance against Rose this week and beats Rose, I think that she jumps for the title shot before Aaron Blanchfield after what we just saw.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, shit, that'd be cool. I could definitely run that up, bro.
Or if Rose has a really good performance, we might see Rose jump right into a title shot.
You might see Rose. Rose could jump in, dude.
So,
definitely.
I mean, Aaron Blanchfield did not do herself justice by looking the way she did against Talia Santos at all. Do I think she's still good? Yes. Do I think she has it in her? Yes. But if you can't take someone down out of 14 attempts, then you're definitely not going to beat. Dude. You're definitely not going to beat the champ.
No, man. If you're relying on that and you can't do that to someone like that, not putting anything against her, but like, dude, you ain't about it, and I thought you were about it.
Yeah, I think the world thought she was about it. So I don't know about that, man. I was a little upset at the outcome. I guess cool that she won. I'm still rooting for her. I would still like to see her do good because I've liked her fighting style, but I was not impressed by that as well. I agree.
But I mean, dude, there was some exciting fights though, man. You got Tafa's little brother, Junior Tafa, bro.
Yeah, bro. The Tafa brothers are back, bro. They're in that shit, and I love it. His post fight, like after he won, he had the whole crowd hyped up, bro. And I called that shit too. Parker Porter is a porterhouse, man. He's a porterhouse steak. This is ready to be chopped up and filleted, brother. He wasn't ready for it, and I knew that Junior Tafa was going to go out there and lay him out. The fact that it was even discussed and how close that fight was and odds, I knew it was going to happen. So Junior Tafa, the Tafa brothers are in that heavyweight division, brother. They're trying to make a name for themselves.
Dude, they both have knocked Parker out in the first round.
I know. And one, they were trying to compete of who could knock him out the fastest.
Golly, I think Justin Tafa got that one. Yeah, by like 12 seconds.
Yeah, bro. But could you imagine if Junior Tafa would have lost? His brother would have never let him live it down.
Well, dude, I mean, we might be able to see a brother versus brother fight.
I don't think so.
And that would be,
I don't know.
Yeah, dude, they'd be about it. Pay them right. That's a whole entire card in itself.
Could you imagine that? That would be crazy. We've always wanted to see the Diaz brothers fight.
Shamrocks fight.
The Shamrocks fight.
If they do that. That'd be sick, man. And that it would headline. It could headline a boring ass fight night, and then all of a sudden you just have a great fight for the fans. Like
UFC Fight Night Vegas, Tafa brothers Tafa versus Tafa. That would be wild as shit.
I would love to see that, dude. I would love to see that.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you put me in that shit with my brother, I'm going to fuck him up. Me and
Oh,
Zach,
dude.
we would go in there and we would 100% fight each other, without a doubt. Imagine
Oh
all
yeah,
the times when they
dude.
were
I
kids, growing up, training together, just waiting for the chance where they actually got to fight each other legally as brothers.
yeah. I
That's
think Zach would knock you out.
nah, you're fucking crazy. Zach,
Zach, I hope you're watching this episode.
Zach would get broken. But yes, top of. But speaking of, I do want to highlight this guy. We have a heavyweight problem, bro. Waldo Cortez
Yeah.
Acosta is a problem. That guy's lethal.
Okay.
His
Okay.
hands are lethal, and his punch power is insane, bro. When he hit Lucas and made him face plant into the fucking octagon, falling backwards, almost like he was running away. That dude, he's good, bro. His punching power is nasty. 16 punches, total strikes.
Hey,
And
but the thing is, his chin got tested too, bro. He was getting tagged.
yeah, but
His
he's got
chin got
power.
tested, so he's good.
You can
He's
see
got power, dude.
you can
I
see
like
he's got the power behind him.
Absolutely, man. Dude, he's only lost one fight in his career, man. I mean, and it was his last fight. He lost to De Lima, who just got bodied.
Bodied by fucking who? Derek Lewis, right?
Yeah, dude.
And also in the prelims too, there was. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you about to say?
No, you're good. You're good. I was done with that one.
But another fight in the prelims that I really liked was the Michael. I don't know how to say his last name. And Chidi Nujikoni. That fight was very back and forth. Like Chidi was beating his ass, then Michael started beating his ass, and then dude, they were going back and forth until one knocked each other out. I thought that fight was a pretty damn good fight, and Michael he made a name for himself after winning that one.
He did, man. He's a dude. He looks like he's from Poland. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Right.
That dude, I don't know. I don't even know anyone from Poland. We wrestled with Nick Mazela. I think he was Polish. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but he looks like he's from Poland, man, for sure, dude.
Yeah,
and
but
I mean, dude, he's a tough motherfucker, dude. You can't get rid of that guy.
nah, he did look good though. That fight was really good. Back to the main card though. We won't spend too much time now. I know you were highlighting. You did. I remember you highlighting Nakamura. You were excited to watch him fight. He looked really good.
He looked really good, man. You know, I think everyone in the world wanted a fucking finish, but we didn't get that. But I mean, dude, he was dominant, at least to say that. I mean, dude was definitely dominant. I mean, dude, he struck well. I mean, he 4 for 4 takedowns. I mean, come on, dude, that's domination.
Nah, he did. He dominated the whole fight. 30-27, 30-27, 30-26. So.
Yeah, and Garcia was no hoe either, man. You know, Garcia could strike, but he was like, he knew that, hey, I don't want to sit here and chance banging with this guy.
Yep.
I'm going to do my other side of fighting. I mean, dude, that means that's another fucking W for his undefeated career. Like, let's rack him up, dude. I'm ready to see this guy. I love his name, dude. He reminds me of somebody off Tekken. He's a badass motherfucker.
He reminds me of someone that's coming out of, like, one fighting. Like
shit, I mean, dude. Yeah,
like a lot of those Japanese, they have a lot of Japanese fighters over there, and in the way he fights, they have a lot of Muay Thai and like Thai fighters over in one and shit like that too. So, and then we'll skip through the Giga and Alex fight. It was a good fight. I think the outcome we had was pretty correct on that. Anthony Smith surprisingly gets a judge's bullshit call over Ryan Spann. Personal opinion.
Yeah. Well, we're mutual on that one.
I think Ryan Spann beat him, but I don't know.
I mean,
man.
Dude, a lot of the strikes, you know, they didn't get called significant. And I mean, Anthony Smith did outstrike him, did get a takedown.
Yeah, but he was way more damaged.
Yeah, but I don't know why they weren't. Dude, he was fucking split up, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know. That one was
man.
Shocker. I was very surprised that they gave that decision to Ryan Spann.
Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith. I'm sorry. So, but that's that's a good win for him. I don't know why he wants to continue fighting, but I guess it's a good win for him. Ryan Spann. It's a very bad loss for him, though.
That's a fucking terrible loss for him. And I thought this was going to be like his turnaround point.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, I mean, golly, dude. Anthony Smith's not a hoe. I mean, he went decision with John Jones. He's fought everybody, dude. He knocked out Rashad Evans back in the day. I mean, come on.
I mean, he's another one of those guys that's just been floating around.
Yeah, never done. I mean, he's had his shots, but I mean, yeah. He's definitely out of his element, but I mean, he got it. He came to the UFC when a lot of our favorite fighters were fucking on their downfall. Rashad Evans and Shogun, he beats both of them. They're like, oh, this guy's going to be great. And, he was pretty good. But
yeah, but he's
John
not going to
Jones,
fight. He's not going to fight for a title, dude. He's number 8 right now. He's lost to Johnny Walker, which we get to see Johnny Walker versus who's fighting Johnny Walker again? We got a really good fight coming up.
Oh, Johnny Walker's fighting that, dude. That's going to be a dope fight. What the fuck is it? Hold on one second. I can find it real quick. Where's heavyweight? Light heavyweight. Jimmy, who is he fighting? It's a Magomed.
Is he fighting Magomed?
I think so.
Nah.
I think that just got yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure. I swear. Magomed. Because we haven't heard him fighting forever, man. Yeah, it's for 294 in Abu Dhabi.
294 Abu Dhabi. He's fighting Magomed?
Yeah.
Ain't alive. Okay, you're right. I see it now.
That's gonna be good, man.
Yeah, I think Johnny Walker can pull it off. I'd like to see Johnny Walker win. I like Johnny Walker. I think he's got a nice, fun style to him. I like it.
He likes to bang, man. I remember at first you didn't like him. When we first started this pod, you were not a Johnny Walker fan.
I've started to like him as time's gone on.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's hard not to, man. I like his.
I think when he knocked out Paul Craig, that was my turning point. I was like, oh shit, okay. Now we're talking.
This guy might be legit. This guy is legit. He's huge. He's huge.
He's massive, dude.
A fucking horse.
Yeah, we got a lot of good coming up in that division too, with Alex Pieta. Hopefully getting the announced title fight against Yuri coming up this year. There's a lot of good going on in that division. So,
speaking of that, man, this guy that's he's kickboxed Izzy and Alex back in the day. I don't know if he's beat them or not, but
the guy that just signed to the UFC. Yeah, bro, I saw that.
Huge news.
Yeah,
and he's big. He's taller than both him and Izzy, dude. He's fucking huge.
Yep, I heard about that.
God, I'm stoked about that. I'm loving that these kickboxers, they used to come back to Pride and everything, but then the main UFC thing happened, and then the kickboxers kind of stayed in their lane forever. Like, Fedor and all these like Crow Cop guys, all these guys that were lethal with kicks. And then they stayed in their lane. They didn't come back. You haven't heard of a dominant kickboxer in the UFC forever.
Well, I think that, I think Izzy made kickboxing boring for a bit, but when you paired a kickboxer against a kickboxer, that's when you had fun. Like Alex Pieta versus Izzy. Like when you put them two against each other, kickboxer versus kickboxer, you really see the masterclass of what MMA is. You see the masterclass of what striking is. God. So you really got the chance to see what it was like, what two world class strikers actually doing what they're good at. You didn't have to watch two guys trying to take each other to the ground and grapple. You got to legit watch two world-class strikers fight each other. I love that shit. Like, I would love to see two world-class wrestlers fight each other. I love when they pair up like the likes against each other, like your style against the same person, like another style of the same sort. Like that's when fights you really get to see who's the best at what, And I love kickboxer versus kickboxer or Thai versus Thai. You get to really see. You get to really see who's
Thai versus Thai is the best.
Thai versus Thai is awesome, bro. BJJ, black belt, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighters, like when you fight two BJJ guys with little to none striking, it's not as good as watching two world-class strikers fight each other.
Oh yeah, man. I couldn't agree more. No disrespect to BJJ at all, but I mean, you kind of getting figured out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to watch two guys roll around and hold each other in an MMA fight. You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to anymore. You're not going to. And the thing is, these guys, you got to be able to strike. You can get caught at any time now. Anybody can throw lethal knockouts, right? So the fact, if this guy's a BJJ guy, I'm not gonna get taken down, and I'm not gonna get pulled on his guard. So like, what the fuck are you gonna do the whole time besides sit there and lay on her back? It's not gonna happen. You're gonna call for stalling.
I mean,
Get out of
I'm
here.
gonna be completely honest with you, man. I say in the next 10 years, I see BJJ getting phased out of martial arts.
You got to be a hybrid, and the thing is, that means you got to know how to strike. And if you can't strike anymore, I mean, all you can do is, people are getting figured out.
I see
Styles are getting figured
wrestling.
out.
I
The
see
left is
wrestling
figured out.
being more dominant than BJJ.
Wrestling is the most dominant sport in the world, dude.
I know.
Literally, dude. The way you can manipulate people's movements, you can anticipate. You're aggressive. You're in insane shape. I know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys are in great shape, but I mean, are they known for that?
Yeah,
No.
but the thing is, though, is you're in great shape. Yeah, you're great at submissions, but if you're fighting a wrestler and you're a BJJ black belt, if I'm a good wrestler, I'm going to be able to move faster than you can put me into a position to get me submitted. You're going to have to catch me lacking to put me in something. If I'm a striker, all I have to do is just don't go to the ground with you. And if you're not a good wrestler, you're not going to get me there.
Yeah, I mean, if we started on the ground, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, 100%. We don't.
And the thing is this, dude. I mean, we're starting on the ground, but I got really pissed off when I first started doing jiu-jitsu at like 12 years old because I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to dominate these fuckers, but I keep on getting caught in this stupid-ass guillotine. Coach, teach me how to protect my neck.
Yep.
Got that. I would just pick these guys up, slam them, and I'd be like, yo, what's up, bitch? You can't guillotine me no more. You're not gonna Kimura me.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just gonna posture up the whole time. All I gotta do is posture up, and I mean, I'm not saying it's all. There's a lot more to it. But the thing is, you're not gonna take. There's no jujitsu guy that's gonna take me the fuck down.
Yeah,
period.
Exactly. Now, yeah, because you're like I said, you're not gonna take me to the ground to get me there. You're gonna have to catch me in some crazy shit to get to my neck like that. So, but anyways, great fight card. Very impressed by that fight night. I love the fact that it started early. I love the way that it ended. So shout out to that shit. Speaking of, we can go. Let's talk some MMA news before we go into the fight night this week. Because cool. I want to highlight a couple of fight night cards on the fight night, but don't want to go too high level quite yet because I want to do. I'll probably do a live betting stream tomorrow about it. So. We'll highlight like the co-main and main and maybe a couple other fights, but so I know you had some MMA news. I kind of have some other things to talk about too. So what you got, and we'll kind of see if our shit aligns together.
Oh man, well I know there's been a lot of anticipation about the Ronda Rousey thing, and that got put to flames today. So
I saw that. That's the first
thing I wanted to talk about.
Yep.
And dude, it's not gonna happen. Dana was like, dude, you guys are fucking stupid. She's having kids, and dude, the thing is, it would be cool, but I get it, dude. It's not going to happen. The fans wanted it, or maybe that's just a publicity stunt in general. Who knows?
No, I saw that too. I heard him say, like pretty much not going to happen. Same with Brock Lesnar too. He said, I don't see Brock Lesnar ever coming back. Same with Ronda Rousey. So definitely saw that in the news. What else you got?
No, I was reading about Darren Till because earlier, dude, I watched. You remember the Darren Till Perry little spar that never happened?
Yeah.
Dude, I watched this little video about it on how it did actually happen, and they said it was a fucking banger in a basement of a fucking hotel, dude.
Well, now they're trying to fight each other again, on the one of those YouTube or the bare knuckles type shit.
Yeah, Darren Till needs money, dude. He just pled guilty today for that DUI shit or whatever.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so I mean, get that bag. I thought Darren Till was a beast, man. I know he hasn't done good lately, but dude, that dude is a good fucking striker. I liked him.
Yeah, he used to be a fucking phenomenal fighter, especially in his prime, early prime. The hype around Darren Till was insane.
Dude, it was insane. UFC. I mean, he's not an active fighter in the UFC, so go to Misfits Boxing with all those fuckers over there.
Right. I know I do have some news that I saw too that I want to discuss. I don't know if you saw the Saudis invested $100 million plus into the PFL. So now they're bringing the PFL over to Saudi Arabia too. It's like they did like $100 million plus investment into the PFL. So that's kind of It's kind of wild.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Well, I mean, yeah, that could mean everything and
Hey,
anything.
Saudi money, scary money when it comes to sports.
Yes, it is, dude. And that means they can sign more people, dude. That means
Yep.
they can get way more talent. And we can talk about like other fighters who like Max Holloway. I know it's not going to happen to him. He's UFC for life. But people that will never be the champs but are so great, they could go there, man. I could see them making some fucking huge moves, bro. That'd be sick.
Yep, I could see that too. Let's see what else we got here. Paul Allen, Brendan Allen, Paul Craig fight announced. That's going to be a banger fight. One thing I want to talk to you about, this one's going to take us this might be a 10, 15 minute conversation. Documentary that comes out this Saturday. Kurt Angle documentary.
Dog, dude, I am so fucking.
And apparently inside this documentary, you get to hear about the opportunity or potential opportunity of we could have gotten to see Kurt Angle in the UFC.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He would have dominated.
We could have gotten it.
Everyone.
So I read into it a little bit more. And so apparently, obviously, they'll go into more detail in the documentary, but apparently Dana White flew Kurt Angle out, red carpet shit, penthouse shit, had him in this fucking nice hotel, laid down a contract. But Kurt Angle had just signed a contract to TNA after he had, when he was leaving the WWE and Impact, he was going to TNA Impact. He had just signed a contract. So he was like, I can't. And TNA was all good with him fighting and wrestling. Dana White wasn't and said no. And so that canceled that. He just decided not to go fight in the UFC and continue his wrestling career. So we were that close to getting Kurt Angle in the UFC.
God, man, dude, he was low key one of the funniest guys in wrestling. And dude, I wonder if they're gonna document. Like, I think he got covered in WWE because of dude, he had like 4 or 5 DUIs in 3 years.
He was wild.
Dude, he's a fucking monster, man.
I mean, to win an Olympic gold medalist, he's an Olympic gold medalist with a broken neck.
Dude, would he dress up as John Cena?
He's
so underrated, dude. Bro.
Oh, he's one of my favorites, bro. He always will be. I mean, just think about when you hear dun 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 dun. You suck.
Yeah.
You suck.
Dude, he had 2 finishers. Ankle lock and ankle slam.
The Kurt Angle slam, bro. I miss old WWE. I actually miss WWE in general. I actually might start picking that back up again. I might start watching WWE and see if it's anything interesting going on in there. I haven't watched it in quite some time, but I might actually pick it back up and see if I can find a little passion to it again. I know they just lost. I know the one guy who just passed away, Bray Wyatt. I've seen I watched a little bit of him when he was doing like the whole. I'm not too familiar with him, so I don't want to speak out of context here. But when he was doing the Playhouse or whatever, and he was dressed up as the Fiend character, like that shit was creepy as fuck. When he had
never got into that.
The Fiend mask, and he did like the Playhouse thing, and he had all the characters, and he played a really good fucking character, man. And it used to, I'd sit here and be like watching it, I'd be like, yeah, hell no, I'm not watching this. This shit's creepy as fuck. But I mean, rest in peace to that. Rest in peace to him. He definitely I don't know much about that era of wrestling because I didn't watch it, but I know that the times I did get to see him, I would say that it was very impressive from what I saw. So, I mean, he definitely was a legend in other people's eyes. Like, get to see all the tributes that people said to him. It seemed like he was a true legend. So I would love to see what they got going on right now. I need to start picking it back up again and watching it more.
I mean, I almost say, I hope there needs to be a star that comes out of the woodwork who's absolutely the next big thing. And you have Roman Reigns, who was that, but I don't
Yeah.
see it being anybody else. I don't see anyone being that cool. You got to be cool, badass, and funny at the same time. And they're
Yeah.
gonna have to like find someone, because this ain't it, dude. It's like Rey Mysterio's son for me, dude. He just looks like a bitch to me, bro.
I
I don't know
know.
what it is.
Well, you
I
got to
just
think
hate looking
about
at that
it.
fucking.
Think about nowadays, though, man. They got to be so censored, dude. Everything's got to be so censored and sissy shit,
That's
dude.
why it's not gonna be good, dude. I could see it just slowly going away, man. I really do, man. I don't know how much money they're generating. I know Dana White may have a part of it now, because
Yeah, well,
was
Zappa
it
or Zippa, whatever that shit is, the company that owns the UFC,
Long Lane?
they now own both. They own both. They bought the
Zupa.
UFC. Zuffa, yeah. They bought the UFC and the WWE together combined.
They need some help, man. They need at one point like the
You're
or
breaking
whatever.
up for a second.
Oh, that
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad over there on your end. It's like going in and out, in and out.
Back.
I don't know.
Could you right?
I don't know. We'll try to fix it. Let's see. I'm gonna pause it. Maybe not. I'm not gonna pause it because it won't let me pause it. But let me see. Talk.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. Regardless, we're gonna keep it going and hope it fixes itself. If anything, try disconnecting your AirPods and reconnecting real quick. Sorry, folks, we're having a little technical difficulties at the moment. We're gonna get this fixed, so stay with us for a brief moment. And if you're listening to it on the podcast episode, we'll get it fixed shortly.
I'm back. I just reconnected it.
All right, bet it up. But yeah, I want to get back into the WWE. I want to watch it and kind of see if I can find a little bit of passion in it again.
Yeah, they're gonna need someone, man. We might as well join it, bro. Or honestly, some ex UFC champ should join it. I mean, that brought a spark back into him.
That is true. Maybe they'll bring in Colby Covington.
Oh my god. John Jones.
New age Kurt Angle, Colby Covington.
He's got the mouthpiece for it, bro. Bring in Nate Diaz.
Oh my god. Imagine Nate Diaz coming out in like a Cadillac, like lowrider, just cruising out. That shit would be funny as fuck.
Dude, I could see that. I mean, shit, that'd be a good move, honestly. If we get that shit credited for that dead ass.
Right? But anyways, all right. I think that was most of the MMA news that I got. I don't think there's any more. We can go ahead and jump into the card, this coming week's card, and talk a little bit about the main event and the co-main event. The main event being, damn, hold on, being Cyril Gane and Sergey Spivak. I got a couple of takes on that that I'm a little confused upon. One being the line. So the line right now is set to Cyril Gane minus 160, Sergey Spivak plus 135. So it's basically a 50-50 fight according to Vegas. In my eyes, I don't see it as a 50-50 fight. I think Cyril Gane is hands down the better fighter. I think Sergey Spivak is good, but I think people have kind of forgotten that Cyril Gane went 5 rounds with fucking Francis Ngannou and was on pace to potentially almost, like, if Francis Ngannou didn't lay on him, that could have been that could have been a highly impressive fight. I think that the books have got that one completely wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense to me, man. I get it. I mean, Cyril Gane, I think he did get his ass beat, but I mean, that's Sean Jones. That really doesn't matter. If you think about it like that, it doesn't matter, man. And Spivak is good, dude. He's on a hot streak. But he finishes people. But Cyril Gane is kind of in a different class, in my opinion. He's a way better striker, man. I just see him like I almost see him like comparing this to this. People forgot how good Gane is. I don't like Gane, but I mean he's not getting credited enough right now.
No, he's definitely not. And I think Sergey Spivak is good. Like I think he's
He
good.
is
I
good,
think he's
man.
improving. But let's not forget Cyril Gane just fought for the title. Yeah, and he lost, but he lost to the greatest of all time. And he just fought again right before that against Francis Ngannou for the title. So you don't think that he's got an ounce of hunger in him to go, man, fuck this. I've lost the title fight twice. I'm going to get back one more time.
That needs to happen, man. If he loses, I'd say, hey, boy, go sign a one. Or a PFL.
Yeah, if he loses, though, it might be it for him. I mean, his only two losses are against Francis Ngannou and John Jones.
I mean, yeah, dude, he's got a great resume, man.
So,
I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening at all. I see him taking the dub, bro. Second round knockout.
So my next thing about that as well. So I was looking into lines. I was looking into plays for the thing, and they have Cyril Gane first round, second round, or third round knockout. First round plus 440, second round plus 800, third round plus 1200. Which means if you wanted to put $100 on a first round TKO, that's a $400 payday. If you wanted to put $100 on a second round TKO, that's an $800 payday. So I think the odds are way fucked up. So if you're listening to this right now and you think otherwise, please tell me where I'm mistaken and where I'm gone wrong and believing that that Cyril Gane doesn't have all the chances of knocking him out in the first 3 rounds or winning it outright.
Everyone, the casuals, have forgot about Cyril Gane. That's all it is.
So, and then our co-main, very excited for this, Rose Namajunas and Manon Fiorot. Really excited about this because I actually think Manon Fiorot is good. She's underrated. So
bro, she's fire, bro. She's only lost one time in her whole entire career, bro.
Yeah, I know. And she's up and coming. I think she's underrated going into, like, I think she could potentially, she got overlooked by Erin Blanchfield. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, dude.
And I think this fight right here is going to prove to us why she is the better fighter. And I mean, she's going in as the favorite against Rose, which is very crazy to me to see that it is almost it's a minus 180 plus 155 fight. So I think that Rose, based on her last fight, wasn't great, which we all know that was probably the worst UFC fight in the history of fighting. But now we get an exciting fight. She's coming right in against a top 3 contender, the number 2 contender, and we're going to see if she's really the best. If she was really the best when she was the best,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be a great fight. And the little thug. I've honestly never been a fan of her, to be honest.
I've never been a fan of her either.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, this is gonna be a good fight, dude, and we'll see. I mean, I don't know when the last time Rose was fought.
Last time she fought was against Carla Esparza, but 2 years, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, God,
I think it was a little over. Maybe it's a little over a year ago. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a little over a year ago. It was a split decision, and that shit just sucked.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, but I mean. Dude, she was good though, dude. She's had great fights, We'll see. Let's see if she's the top notch going against the top notch. I mean, this is gonna be a dope little fight. I actually like this one. I'm actually stoked about this fight. This one's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. I mean, we haven't seen Rose. We know what Rose is capable to do, but then again, when you don't fight for over a year and a half, and then or over a little over a year, and then your last fight was just god awful. Like, how do you rebound from that? You got to really, like, I don't know if she's been putting that effort in, in the gym, and then she also lost that grappling match, like, embarrassingly against Gillian Roberts, So
yeah, that shit was stupid.
So who knows, man? But outside of those 2 fights, I mean, we have a couple other decent fights on the card. Nothing like holy shit, mind blowing. but it is a fight night, which is surprising that we're getting Cyril Gane, Sergey Spivak main. Makes sense that we're getting a headlining them for a fight night. So super excited about this one. This one also is our early fight card. Main event starts at 3 p.m. So ready for that this Saturday, my friend.
Silly, man. And then following week, don't forget we got Izzy and Strickland, which is I'm not going to say we've been blessed with like a great UFC year so far. So the next couple fights aren't the best coming up here, man. But I mean, it's all good. We're going to see some good stuff. I mean, you wait till October. We still have the rematch from Charles Oliveira and Islam.
Super excited about that
still.
And that's in Abu Dhabi, and that one's an early fight card too. That one starts at 11, I think.
That's the card I'm looking forward to, man. That's gonna be my favorite card. We have, Grasso Shevchenko 2 coming up, a Rafael Steve on a fight night. But but I mean, this is where it's gonna be at, dude. Like 293. I mean, dude, if Strickland gets it, I'm a monkey's uncle, bro. It's gonna be nuts,
bro.
It's gonna be nuts.
I would love to I almost feel like I want to say oh, if Sean Strickland wins, I would do this or do some wild shit. But who the fuck knows, bro?
This is the year for shit to happen.
This is definitely the year for shit to happen, for sure.
Yeah.
So, but that's really all I got, man. I can't really think of nothing. I feel like I had a couple other things. Let me see. Let me just look at a specific Twitter account that dropped some MMA news on us that we might have missed. Let's see. And if not, then I think that's really it, man.
Yeah, man. I think that's it. And I mean, that's all we got besides, the Korean zombie, bro.
Yeah, dude. Korean zombie. That's gonna be the face of this YouTube, by the way. So enjoy.
It needs to be, man. And we got to close it with that track.
I'm with it, bro. I am with it, my friend. But I know another thing I missed. Shit, I'm sorry. They had somebody made a fake fandom Michael Chandler versus McGregor countdown timer, and it ended up being fake after it blew up on Twitter. Like everybody was like, "Oh, it's finally happening," and then come to find out it was all fake.
I still think it's gonna happen though.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna happen for sure.
New Year's Eve will be sick.
That would be sick too. But all right, Nasty. Yeah, man, that's it for me. Enjoy your night, brother. Like always, this is Over the Octagon podcast. We do this shit for the Overs Club. If you enjoy this, go like our videos on YouTube. Follow the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music. We're doing this shit weekly. Love what we do, man. Love doing it with you. Wouldn't want to do it with anybody else, brother. So let's keep it up. Sundays, we've been doing Sunday spar sessions, me and Murky. I'm happy to announce that we have added him as an addition to the team. He has officially decided to join me and Nick as part of the Over the Octagon crew. Me and him have been talking a little bit, and he's always been involved with the Overs Club and the UFC portion with me. And he's been he was always a reoccurring guest with us, but now he's going to step in with me on days that, Nick can't be here or I can't be here. We're going to always have that third guy. So now it'll be us three doing these podcasts and episodes and, the spar sessions and random pop-up episodes and live shows. So now we got a third guy. So Murky, welcome to the team, brother. Happy to have you. Can't wait to do more shows with you and Nasty. And let's see how far we can take this thing, bro.
Welcome to the squad, Murky. Officially.
Yeah. I should have announced it last week. I didn't even tell him I was going to announce it this week. I just kind of thought about it. I was like, damn, I didn't even mention it last week. But yeah, so he'll be joining us for the Sunday spar sessions. Me and him will be likely more doing those, and then me and you will hold down the Wednesday episodes. And as time goes on, we'll have more and more people coming on the show as special guests. So if you are a fighter and you want to get on and speak your piece, tell us a little bit about yourself. We want to hear from everybody, whether you're amateur or professional. That's what we're here for. We're not here to just be strictly UFC. We want to hear from everybody. We want to know your story. We want to know why you got into this, and we want this to be the place you do it at. So, Nasty, I'll see you next week, brother. Enjoy your day. Peace out.
All right, big dog. Have a good one.
Let's ride, baby. Peace.